I believe that even all of us here, if you are to see an orange tree right now, just by seeing an orange tree, you can tell this is an orange tree. When you look at a banana tree, you know it is a banana tree. If you look at a mango tree, you know it is a mango tree. Without the fruits. And this is what motivates you to plant an orchard. And you nurture it. You look after it. You get into serious expenses. Because just by looking at the tree, even before you can see the fruit, you are sure that this is an orchard. Now, so if you can look at a mango tree and know it is a mango tree, and here we have Jesus, God himself, saying the tree is known by his fruit, which means the knowing that we have is not really the knowing that Jesus is talking about. There is a level of knowing that you get to. Not when you see the stem of the tree, not when you see the leaves, but when you see the fruit. But I thought it was a mango tree even before giving birth to mangoes. I know it. All of us, we know a mango tree, even without the fruits. But here comes Jesus now. He is telling you now exactly what it is to know. Not the knowing that you think you know, but this is God now. When you see a mango tree without the fruits, even when you think you know it is a mango tree, you don't know. So and listen, please, leaders, look at this. It looks as if you have to know like you think you know, and then you have to suspect. You have to put a question mark. You can't really be sure whether it is a mango tree until you wait for a certain season. And it is by the fruits that you know I was right, that it was a mango tree. But without the fruit, you don't have any knowledge whatsoever in regards to the tree that you are looking at. So it is the fruit that will define the tree. So a tree with every other thing on it, except it gets a fruit, there is no proper definition. So now, look at this now. This is where we have a problem now. You come across a leader and you call that person a leader because of so many other things that you see on that person that qualifies him to be a leader. And we make mistakes sometimes of even putting some of you into positions because you appear like a mango tree. Okay? And yet Jesus here is giving us a principle of waiting until we see something that confirms whether a mango tree is really a mango tree or not. And that is the fruit. And he's calling it his, not its fruit. His fruit. So you are only known not by your performance, not by the place where you are positioned in any organization, but we have to wait until a certain time when we get a fruit from you and we analyze the fruit. Then we can say we have a leader and we know this person. Are we together? We are talking about character here, please. I want you to follow. But the question to all of you now is this: how many people are patient enough to wait until the manifestation of the fruit before they can accept. We have had people in our lives that have come. We have opened up doors, and people have entered into our lives, into our families, into our businesses, and at the end of the day, they left a lot of damage because we were not aware. They looked like a good tree, and we were not patient to wait for the confirmation. And we accepted people into our lives without waiting first to see, because we thought we knew them. And Jesus is saying, you can only know the tree by his fruit. And we never waited for the fruit. So please, I want you to follow something. This is what is happening everywhere now. When we say, appoint you, or maybe as a pastor in your organization, in your church, in your ministry, and you find an individual, there are moments when you appoint people into positions, not really because they qualify, but because it is an emergency that has to be addressed. Because there are times when you, listen to me, there are times when it is a must. You have to have people in positions. Otherwise, you can't operate. But it is happening at a time when you are not really sure of their character, of their personalities, and so on. And yet there is pressure from behind you to have people in positions. So in that kind of a situation, you don't have then to wait until it is time for the fruits to manifest. So you find yourself appointing people and putting them into positions even before you can confirm whether they are really leaders or not. And then they will start now to bring forth. Okay? And then when you now know that you know, by the fruit, you are now in a trap, because you now have to look again and to consider again and to even drop some of the people that you might have appointed. And right there you have politics. So this is what happens now. So obviously we are saying you should have waited, because there is the principle, but it's not like all of us we are aware of it. I should have waited until I see the fruit. But there was so much pressure to have somebody doing something, doing 1, 2, 3 things, because you can't do everything. When you're running a ministry, when you find yourself doing everything there, it means you don't have a ministry. Okay, you don't have a ministry, full stop. You shouldn't be doing everything by yourself. Take the counsel that Moses got from Jethro. Jethro followed, and he found out when he arrived, he saw millions of people. Tents are everywhere. From morning up to evening, he couldn't see his son-in-law. Moses was busy counseling people, giving advice. Maybe if he was laying his hands on people, I don't know. But he was busy. And Jethro, when he saw that, he confronted that anointed man of God, and he said, this is wrong. This is wrong. He's giving an advice to the man who has got the biggest church in the world.
Thank you for watching Minister's Material. Join us again next time for yet another inspirational teaching from Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa.